I stick by that saying I had no choice but to adapt to my environment. And the other person who may say, yeah, you did have a choice, is somebody who never had any choices or had any of the options or anything in their face that I had. You never came in front of or came to, for lack of a better term, you never had to face any of the obstacles that I faced in my life, you know what I'm saying? So by me saying I had no other choice but to adapt to my environment was me saying I'm not going, I know what God has planned for me, whether I was going to be in the streets or be a musician. Like, I was never meant to get a 9 to 5, work for nobody, wake up 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and go to nobody else's job. That was never me. That was never what made me happy. And I feel like in life, no matter what you are, God genuinely wants for his people to be happy. Like, that's what you should be happy. You should live life the way that you want to live it. No matter, I ain't gonna say even if you living in sin or whatever, you know what I told you earlier, when you put in good in the world, you get good out. People can live in sin or whatever the case may be and still be a positive person with morals, you know what I'm saying? And those are the people who get blessings in return. So with me saying that, it's just, I didn't have no other choice but to adapt to my environment. I wasn't gonna be rolled over. I was never going to be the kid that's going home getting robbed, because that's what you facing. People never had to face the obstacles that I faced. I'm not going to be the kid that don't nobody know or whatever case that's going to get robbed. Nobody going to ever bully me. Nobody going to ever take nothing from me. If I ever came to a position where I got to protect my life and have guns on me or whatever the case may be, that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I mean by I ain't had no other choice. I'm going to adapt to whatever obstacles, and I'm going to be a man and rise to the occasion, no matter what obstacle I face, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by I didn't have no other choice but to adapt to my environment. I was going to either be the best musician I can be, like I'm trying to be now, or I was going to be the best street dude, best drug dealer, whatever the case, because I wasn't going to live life no way but the way I seen it, the way I knew it, you know what I'm saying? Not the way that people programming me to live or the school system or whatever the case, because I honestly feel like those people don't really, like, now it's people in the school system and in schools that genuinely care for the people, you know what I'm saying? But that's just a tool designed, you know what I'm saying, a system designed by the higher authority, you know what I'm saying, to program people the way they want them to be programmed, you know what I'm saying, to make them richer, you know what I'm saying? It's not to make my family richer. I'll go to school all my life, struggle, pay student loans, and my mother still don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I ain't got $1 in my pocket to take care of nobody. I'm gonna go out and make sure my family okay, like they making sure they family's okay. My mom ain't got nothing to worry about. My sister ain't got nothing to worry about. Even if I'm putting my back on the line, sacrificing my life to do that, that's what those people did, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I think, man. I ain't had no other choice but to be this. And that's just me. That's the brain that God put in my body. That's the way he designed me to think, you know what I'm saying? And can't nobody. So when I say I ain't had no other choice but to adapt to my environment, that was my environment. This is the area, the world that God brought me up in, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna take it no other way. Just like God brought other people up in those worlds where they had everything laid out in front of them, I ain't never had that, or nobody ever around me never had that. We had to go out and create our own, you know what I'm saying, destiny, fate, or whatever. Yeah, I get back to the community. It's in a lot of different ways, man. You know, so I get back to the hood. Me and my partners, we working with different landscaping companies. We about to put a facility together where we just building studios, and you know what I'm saying, well, actually it's a big studio. It's gonna be our home studio, like a real project, like $1 million project probably, you know what I'm saying, over $1 million, just really putting it into, you know what I'm saying, a studio. It's actually a school facility, you know what I'm saying, my partner own. We gonna flush everything out, rebuild it. Like, as far as community centers and stuff like that, that's what I came up going to when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna, of course, merge into that. But the thing with me, I like being hands-on, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna focus on the music, grind, get to, you know what I'm saying, the point where I could really say, oh yeah, here's this. Let's do this. Let's build this community center. Let's put this AAU team here, you know what I'm saying? But and another way to get back to the community is just being there, showing the people you care for them, because you could do whatever. You could put $5 million in buildings and they'll just piss all over it, you know what I'm saying? You got to really show people, like, this the way we need to be living, you know what I'm saying? Your kids should be going up doing this, not being in the streets, not, you know what I'm saying, getting in trouble, because that's what we was doing. We wasn't in the streets early on. We was at youth centers playing basketball, going to youth camps, at Six Flags, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So once we really show the community that again, because right now that's long gone to them. They not even, that's never coming back as far as they concerned, you know what I'm saying? So once you show them that it's here and we can live like this for as long as we want, people gonna start to, you know what I'm saying, live that way. It's gonna be less killing, less murders, less violence. It's gonna be less everything. Trust me, mark my words when I'm telling you this, man. It was me that did it. Me having good interactions with the cops, not really. No. Probably, I know it's good cops out there, but I ain't never had no interaction with no police actually help me where I could say, yeah. But nah, like maybe a head nod, what's up? I probably, how you doing, officer? Maybe once in my life. I ain't never had a situation where an officer helped me or having stereotyped me and said, yeah, let me do this for you, or how you doing, or you lost, or hell no. Every time I ever had a run-in with the cops, it was a run-in with the cops. If people and cops are corrupt, you can't live life with a guard up. Oh, people snakes out here, people corrupt. You gotta just always know how to think, be a thinker, and you know what I'm saying, be aware of your surroundings and take life for what it is, you know what I'm saying? If somebody tell you I'm a killer, he a killer. You can't underestimate nothing. Somebody tell you I'm crazy, you believe them. You take it for exactly what it is. When people show you that side of them, you just, whatever the case, you deal with it accordingly, however you need to. You know what I'm saying? You let people hang themselves. So as far as the world being full of people who corrupt, I'm just living my life how I want to live it. Of course, you're going to cross paths with corrupt people. You're going to meet people who want to get over on you, people who want to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? But you got to just always stay on top of your game.